I still like this Bills team. I'm not hating.
I respect it. All right, moving forward. Next game on the slate here, we got the Tennessee Titans traveling to the Minnesota Vikings. Right now, the Titans are the road favorites, -3, and over under is 49.5. This is one of my locks of the weeks, and I'm going to be betting on this game, and I'm going Tennessee. Like the Vikings are shitty. Like they're bad. Like that team is what are they good at? Like there's nothing that they're good at. I can go through almost every team in the NFL right now and kind of like pick out something that they're decent at. Besides the Vikings, like Kirk Cousins, you know how I feel about Kirk Cousins, Rueter. He's ass. Dalvin Cook, he's run effectively, but like they don't give him the ball enough. Their defense is bad. They can't generate a pass rush right now. And Tennessee has looked great, man. Tennessee has looked awesome. Like they beat who they beat week 1. They beat who was it? They played Denver. They beat Denver week 1, and it should have been a higher score than what it was. Besides some missed field goals, Tannehill has looked pretty good. Derrick Henry is running the ball. They're feeding him. I got it to score 30-17. I like Tennessee in this one here, and I'm putting that in my parlay. Tim.
I think you're spot on there. I think one of my favorite things from last week was that Stephon Diggs had 153 yards and Minnesota's passing offense had 130.
Wow.
I think Minnesota is horrible. I think that the loss of Diggs was huge, but Kirk Cousins does nothing for me. I have Tennessee. I have it a little bit tighter. I'm taking the under 24-21, but I think Tennessee can just absolutely control that game.
Rueter.
At the risk of being contrarian here and going against your lock of the week and Tim's concurring with your spot on analysis there, I'm going with the Vikings here.
Wow.
Vikings getting points. If you look, Kirk Cousins started off terrible last year too. He's a slow starter, that boy. He's going to come out. You like that? And we're going to say, no, we don't like that right now, right? That's what Stephon Diggs at the beginning of last year didn't like.
Definitely don't like that.
Nobody liked
Definitely
that at the beginning of last year. But guess what? He turned it around. And this year he has the further displeasure of not having any OTAs, not having any offseason, not having any preseason. And I think that Tennessee, I have this thing. I go back. Tannehill was my guy with my Miami Dolphins for several years. He can't be good, right? Is that a thing? He just can't be. Like
he's not allowed. You're not allowed to have success, sir.
He can't be that good. I think Danielle Hunter gets it figured out. I think Thielen has a bounce back game. He was a little bit banged up. The Vikings at home, they're going to win this game. It's going to be tight. It's probably going to go to an over type situation, but I'm calling it. We'll call it 30-25 Vikings. And Dalvin Cook has underperformed so far for his level of talent. He's going to get it going against the Titans.
They don't give him the ball, Rueter.
They're going to this week. They're going to figure it out.
I hope so, because they keep giving the ball to Kirk Cousins, man. Captain Kirk is not it.
He's going to be all right. I'm telling you, watch him turn it around. He's also got some young receivers out there. I think he's got, I think it's Justin Jefferson that's with them, if I'm not mistaken, or somebody out there. Somebody's going to figure it out. I'm mostly going against what you two are saying right now, but I convinced myself, right? I mean, that's all it takes, right? Is just to say some stuff, right?
I don't know.
I'm with it. Watch.
Hey, go ahead.
Side bet here, buddy.
I respect it.
At home. Tough to win at home. They got that horn out there. Did you ever hear that Viking horn?
One thing you got going for you is that this is not a primetime game. You know how Cousins perform on primetime games.
Hey, he's fucking primetime Kirk. He's the man, Captain Kirk.
Okay.
He's like 1-6. He's fine.
Oh, boy. All right, moving on. Next game on the slate here, we got the Washington football team.
Oh, my favorite name.
Best name in sports right now.
It's grown on me.
Versus, really? Has it really?
No, of course not.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. I can't see your, Anyways, versus the Cleveland Browns. Right now, Browns are favorites -7.5 at home. Over under is 45. Rueter, what are you thinking, my man?
This is an interesting one. I think that the Browns giving away so many points is scary. I do think Cleveland could be a good team. I mean, if nothing else, they won that game against Cincinnati. Baker, I think he's got to step into a role of a bit more of a game manager. When he first came out, I thought maybe he had like a little Favre in him. Do you remember his first season, that second half of the year when he came out and he was gunslinging and he looked good out there and he wasn't perfect. I thought he's going to throw some picks, not super athletic, not the maybe the strong arm that Favre had, but he had that Favre mentality, and I thought he was going to win some games. And now I'm starting to see he's way more Ryan Fitzpatrick than he is Brett Favre. You know what I mean? He's a guy that can, in the right position, win games for you, I think. Especially when he's got all that talent around him. I think Washington is not good, and I think that the Browns win this game at home, probably by 7.5. I'll give it to them. I'll give the Browns the win here, even at the 7.5 point spread. We'll call it 30-20, going with the over and going with Cleveland.
What'd you think, Tim?
I'm thinking Cleveland here. I just honestly think all Baker Mayfield really needs to do is hand the ball off and dump the ball off. I think the talent is, while he does have talented wide receivers, I think the backfield is just flush. I think Washington's just way too bad to be able to keep up with all those weapons. I know he doesn't always utilize them, but I think he's kind of due for a game here. He's still I know he was the number one overall pick a few years ago, but the reason he was the number one overall pick is because he can ball. I'm taking the under, though, at 24-13. I think Cleveland just handles them. And I think they have too many weapons that Washington just cannot handle all of it.
Yeah, I got a similar score. I got a score of Cleveland winning 24-10. And yeah, I'm just like, if Cleveland is smart, and I know it's a stretch. I know it's a far stretch. But if they're smart, they just hand the ball off to Chubb and Kareem Hunt, our friend of the show and future guest of this show, Kareem Hunt. And yeah, man, I'm hoping that Stefanski just kind of just knows, like, okay, this worked against the Bengals last week. Maybe we should kind of stick with it. Try to neutralize this pass rush of Washington, because Washington has a hell of a defensive front line. Yeah, I'm going to roll with them being smart. I think they're going to run the ball. I think they're going to handle the clock. And Dwayne Haskins hasn't looked too hot to me yet. Although I like Terry, Scary Terry. That's my guy right now. I love picking him up in FanDuel. But yeah, I'm going to go with Cleveland 24-10. Nothing much more to say after that. We'll see what happens. But they could turn back into the Browns and just decide to let Baker Mayfield try to lead the way and throw 6 interceptions. But we'll see. All right, moving on. Next game on the slate here, we got the New York Football Jets traveling to Indy and taking on the Colts. This line has changed several different times. Right now, it's at a minus 11.5 for the Colts. Over under is 44. And I go by the, like, you got to go with Indy, right? Like, you just have to pick them. Like, the Jets have shown nothing. Okay, I'll say that about Minnesota, that I haven't found anything good, and I got to recant that statement, because the Jets has shown me nothing good as well. Like, they're a terrible team, they're a terrible franchise, they have a terrible head coach. Everybody quits on them. Sam Darnold's just getting his brains battered, and he's basically the next David Carr. It's sad to say, but yeah, I'm rolling with Indy big time in this game. I really don't like betting with Phillip Rivers at advanced age, Phillip Rivers, but 38-13 blowout. Moving on. Rueter?
Yeah, I think that Indy wins this game. I think that Darnold might, because the Colts scare me. I'll say this: in my survivor pool, I did go with Indy this week over the Jets. I think that Indy wins this game for sure. I'm just not convinced that they do it by 11.5 points where the line is moved to. But I could see Darnold picking up a cheap touchdown late. I like Crowder maybe to get in the end zone late or something out. Like that. Crowder's out.
He's out.
Oh my God!
Like literally, Rueter, they have no offensive weapons. Like Bashad Perryman.
That's what I didn't get the call. I thought for sure Gase would give me a ring if they lost another receiver. So I didn't get it. So I thought Crowder was playing. But
they called me. You're signed to the practice squad.
They called you. Yes. Okay.
You're signed to the practice squad. I'm your agent.
So I think despite you lining up at wideout, the Jets still lose this game. And well, fuck it. Now you've convinced me. We're gonna go with the Colts. We'll call it 30-10. We'll go with the over, and yeah, Colts all day.
Yeah, Tim.
Yeah, I mean, not to beat a dead horse, but the Jets are just horrible. I think this is one of the last times you see Adam Gase hop on a plane and travel. There's no way he makes it to Week 7, in my opinion. He's horrible. He's done nothing to help his young quarterback. I got 28-10 Indy in another ugly game for a New York quote unquote base team.
Yeah, me and Rueter actually played a game last week about that. Who's going to be the first head coach fired? I think we both agreed on Gase, didn't we, Rueter?
Yeah, we said Gase, and there was somebody else that was
Matt
on
Patricia.
the hot seat. Yes, it was Matt Patricia. Yes, we both went Patricia and Gase were the two that leapt out at us. But Gase, again, going back to his Miami days, always came with this quarterback whisperer type of reputation. And I just never saw it. I never saw anything from him that showed me that he was anything special. The most special thing that I saw from him was that goofy press conference he had. He was being introduced to the Jersey fans of the New Jersey Jets
with the bug eyes.
Yeah, he's a weirdo. That guy.
Yeah, he is.
Nobody likes a weirdo. Bryce, write that down.
Nobody likes a weirdo. Check. All right, moving on here. We got the Carolina Panthers going against the LA Chargers. Traveling to the LA Chargers. Right now, the Chargers are the favorites, -6.5. Over under is 43.5. Tim, what you thinking, my man?
I think Christian McCaffrey was that team. I love Teddy Bridgewater, love the story. I don't think he's there to carry that team. And Herbert looked solid. Go figure, Tyrod gets his lung punctured by a doctor, but
that's the craziest shit ever.
Right? So, I mean, not the way you want to make your first start, but it's a start, and he looked great. I got the Chargers. I'm going over on it. I think it's just going to kind of be a sloppy game. I'm taking Chargers 31-24. I don't think Carolina has much beyond 22.
Yeah, I'm in a similar sentiment. I think it's gonna be lower scoring. I think the Chargers are gonna go like more ball control with him. Herbert looked awesome against KC. Like he looked phenomenal. He made one mistake, and that was that interception. He should have just ran for that first down. But other than that, man, for a rookie debut against the defending champs, you really couldn't ask for a better game. I got it as a score of 17-14 field goal win for the Chargers here. Teddy Bridgewater, I like him as well. No Christian McCaffrey. Offensive line is not good. Defense isn't really too good. The receivers are pretty solid. I do like their set of receivers there for him, but I don't think he's going to be able to put up enough points traveling to Los Angeles. And that Chargers defense is legit. Like that defense is really good, even without Dervin James. Rueter, what you thinking?
So just to be clear, you're actually taking the Panthers with the spread then, Bryce?
No. I'm actually, yeah, I am. I am taking the Panthers with the spread.
Okay.
But I got the Chargers winning the game.
I like that. I actually agree with that. I think a little bit higher scoring. I think the Chargers win. I think Christian McCaffrey was the heart and soul of that team, and I think losing him, that's just got to be incredibly deflating. I thought Bridgewater played very well. I kind of like his weapons over there in Moore and Robbie Anderson.
They're pretty solid, right?
I don't know if any of them are hurt, Bryce. I mean, you could fill me in. Is anybody hurt over there? I don't know. On Crowder. Are they healthy?
Yeah, they're both healthy. The receivers are healthy.
Doesn't matter. Chargers win anyway. And I got to tell you,
Kawan Short is hurt.
Short is hurt? Okay. That doesn't change my opinion either. I think that the Chargers win it. I'm still going with I'm still going to roll with the under here. I'm going to call it 20-17 Chargers. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that my favorite meme of the week came out from the NFL. It said that TMZ just released photos of Tyrod Taylor's doctor, and it was Justin Herbert wearing a mask with a syringe, and that was about the funniest thing I had seen all week.
Yeah, they was going in on my man. I seen
my God.
The doctor from The Simpsons. Yeah. Oh, man, it's been rough.
Brutal. Can you imagine what a brutal way? That is some Buffalo luck that's still just clinging with Tyrod. The up and down career that this guy's had, finally finds another starting job, and the team doctor gives it to him.
He got to be able to sue the team, right? Like, that is, like, what the fuck? Like, a doctor punches your lung before the game?
And, Tim, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I've ever heard anything like that in any sport ever, of a team doctor actually inflicting an injury on a player. That's got to be new, right?
He did the exact opposite of what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, that's a little softer than I'm used to. I actually heard a story that he can't sue because of there's something in the contract with the players that if a team doctor does something like that, there can't be any repercussions to the doctor.
Wow.
That could be wrong. I could.
So the doctor would have fucked around and killed the man. Like it just would have been like, oh well, sorry.